High school graduation is an exciting time for students and their parents. For many, it marks the beginning of a future that includes college and careers. Life after graduation can also be a time of anxiety for parents and young adults with disabilities. For some people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, living independently and developing the necessary life skills requires some additional assistance. Fortunately, Ray Graham Association for People with Disabilities was established for these individuals. This organization, with 35 locations throughout the western suburbs of Chicago, has developed unique programs and services in response to the requests of young adults with developmental disabilities and their families. The roots of this organization go back to 1950, when a group of parents united to provide school and daycare services for their children with disabilities. Through the years, Ray Graham Association has evolved into the dynamic and responsive organization it is today. This leading community partner supports nearly 2,000 children and adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities and offers a variety of innovative programs, including early intervention, employment, residential, and recreational services. They have been accredited by the Council on Quality and Leadership, CQL, since 1996. In 2011, they became the first organization serving people with disabilities in the world to achieve accreditation from CQL for innovative services that promote person-centered excellence. Ray Graham Association was also awarded the 2011 Agency of the Year Award by United Way of Metropolitan Chicago. The goal is to develop person-centered services and supports that lead to increased quality of life and independence for individuals who otherwise may have to remain at home with their parents.
To have some type of a structured program when they're not living at home with mom and dad, and to have a support system that really helps them to key into their potential and their growth areas so that they can live independently was something that wasn't available in this area. So we felt it was our responsibility to respond to that need.
There is an ever-growing need for post-secondary services for young adults with autism and other developmental disabilities, but there are few organizations that offer assistance. Ray Graham Association helps identify the skills and capabilities that are within each person and empowers them to use these skills to the best of their ability. Some of the newest services are known as the Monarch programs. With Ray Graham Association's assistance, young adults with disabilities are becoming more independent. They are volunteering, working, and living on their own. Innovative programs like Monarch Living Services provides housing and support services. In a 4-unit apartment building located in the heart of downtown Elmhurst, Illinois, young adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities are learning to live on their own. The building is walking distance to public transportation, as well as shopping, the YMCA, and Elmhurst College. Participants enroll for a year and live in a supported apartment setting with 1 or 2 roommates.
Monarch Living Program is designed to support young adults to learn how to live on their own. It's really designed for a young adult who is looking to have that goal to be independent in their living situation.
A lot of people touch your heart, and it just kind of makes you be more independently and just not relying on anybody else. You just rely on yourself.
It actually feels great living here, even though I know my parents are close by. It's just like a sense of like, okay, I want to learn how to do this, and I can ask for extra help if I need it.
For some individuals with developmental disabilities, simple everyday activities like riding a bus or going to the grocery store can be a real challenge.
We're preparing people for to be able to be more independent with their lives. So we do have our our cooking class, and we do have training on using public transportation. These are all just important things that everybody everybody needs to know to do to take care of themselves, and that's why that's our main focus.
Which one was the
broccoli?
broccoli?
You know what? It doesn't matter. You can pick whichever one you want for each.
Another unique Monarch program is the Life Coach model. This program pairs a young adult with a life coach who works with the participant to develop a plan that outlines specific areas of personal growth and development. Building a strong and trusting relationship between the life coach and the participant is a primary goal of this program. These interpersonal skills can then be transferred to other relationships and situations encountered by the participant. One important cutting-edge program is the Monarch Customized Sensory Integration Program, developed based on feedback from parents and school districts. It is geared towards individuals diagnosed on the autism spectrum. These individuals benefit from a highly structured and routine curriculum that includes sensory experiences, communication enhancement, social interaction, and visual supports.
Ray Graham goes about providing individual quality of life by recognizing that all people are empowered to achieve different goals, and we use different means to help them get there. So they're very much individualizing this approach to quality of life, and that's very consistent with the CQL mission, which is in individual quality of life, there are no averages, there are no norms, there are just individual people who each have their own goals and ambitions and dreams.
That one is the back one, this one is the front one.
Young adults with disabilities enjoy courses like simple and healthy cooking, finding and keeping a perfect job, and even social networking, leisure, recreation, and physical fitness. Many young adults become integrated into the community workforce and often become volunteers contributing to various community services. Some young adults simply enjoy the freedom of living on their own and knowing that they do not have to stay in their parents' home.
It's important to be independent because your parents are not always going to be right beside you, to hold your hand all the way.
I like being independent. I like doing things for myself.
Just as every person in the Monarch program is a unique individual, the life coaches, instructors, and staff members add a personal dimension that enhances the training. Their interaction goes far beyond what they learned earning their college degree and includes their empathy, compassion, commitment, and ability to motivate.
We strive to provide services that really are the most promising of practices, and when those practices don't exist, we try to create them ourselves, which is why we have such a vast array of options for people.
The cutting-edge services used to teach young adults with disabilities to achieve independence are changing the future for these individuals. Ray Graham Association is empowering people with disabilities and opening doors to their future. For more information about Ray Graham Association and Monarch Services, please visit www.raygraham.org.